Tigers pretty impressive. Some good stick men. Good hit. Ryan set up outside, and that is precisely where Boyer threw it. Caught looking is Jakob. He's gone. And number 12, Rick Frank, the right fielder, steps in. Walked in the second. And line back to the pitcher in the fourth. So he is over 1 tonight. 5-5 ball game, bottom half of the sixth. He had a 7-inning affair. Inside on the inside corner, and a strike. 7 hits for Logansport. And 4 for Evansville at this point of the night. Change in the pitching assignments for both clubs by this time. Sweet started for Logansport, went 3 2/3. Mattingly for Evansville went 4. All strike. Now hitting is on the mound for Evansville Memorial, and Barry Boyer is on the hill for Logansport. Fly ball out toward left. Well, the shortstop now hit him and moves back, and he takes it. 2 up, 2 down. And Larry Bitter, number 10, who's had an excellent night at the plate. As far as scoring is concerned, will stand in. Walked in the first, stole second, and scored. Grounded out from pitcher to first baseman in the second inning of play. On by virtue of an error on the shortstop in the fourth, and scored. So in effect, he is 0 for 1 tonight, but nonetheless has scored twice. Bitter, a .276 hitter, couple of doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run of the year. Leads the club in stolen bases with 14. Bitter this afternoon struck out twice and walked twice, but he scored twice. Boyer seems to really have found himself. Struggled early when he came in, but has put it together. Barry Boyer, B-O-W-Y-E-R. ERA of .373 and a record of only 4 3. But he has done a job here this evening. And 1 strike with 2 men gone. Right down the alley, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Bottom half of the sixth in a 5-5 tie ball game. Evansville Memorial at the plate in the form of Larry Bitter. Ground ball down to the first baseman. Benson scoops it in, bobbles it, gets to the first baseman, comes to the pitcher covering, and that's it. 3 up, 3 down, no run, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've gone through 6 complete innings into the top of the 7th. It's a 5-5 ball game between Evansville and Logansport.
We're going to need a new savings plan to fit our new family.
I think my hard-earned money could be earning me more money.
Planning for tomorrow takes more than just one savings plan.
American Fletcher has a variety of savings plans. There's one just right for you.
At American Fletcher, we want to be your bank.
Poison ivy, poison oak, and insect bites can take the pleasure out of the outdoors. So get temporary relief from minor skin irritations with these Ruli products. Ruli Spray, analgesic anesthetic, Ruli Cream, Ruli Gel, and Rulahist. Remember the name and don't be unruly this summer. Get relief with these fine Ruli products from Hooks. In your hometown, in your neighborhood, see your Hooks pharmacist in green for reliable prescription service. Shop Hooks for all your home and healthcare needs.
It's a 5-5 baseball game. Evansville Wrights Memorial, number 1 in the state. They've got that 29-0 record right smack dab in the line. 59 consecutive victories they have won. At the same time, Logansport Logansport's Berries are 28-4 coming into the ball game and ranked number 6 in the state. And they are coming to the plate right now. And Mike Henning will stay on the mound for Quentin Merkel, the head coach of the Evansville Tigers. And we'll see whether changes might develop. It is supposed to be Ron Kramer, I beg your pardon, make it Eric Sweet, Tim Grandstaff, and Jeff Ball coming to the plate in that order. Unless, of course, Jim Turner decides to make a change of some nature along the line. It will be Sweet leading off. The single to the first to right field and advanced to second on an error out there by Frank. He popped the second in the fourth, on in the fifth by virtue of a fielder's making a strikeout in the third and walked in the fifth. Go down to second, we're set to go. 5-5 all. It looked as though Evansville had blown this ball game open. They came up with 4 runs in the bottom half of the fourth after Logansport had put 2 on the board in the top of the fourth to get the momentum in their area. Swinging their way, make it a 3-1 ball game. Evansville came right back with 4 in the bottom of the fourth to make it 5-3. Then the Berries picked up single runs in the fifth and the sixth. And that's where we stand right now with a 5-5 tie. And Sweet stepping in. Fouled it back. Sweet hitting .375, leads the club in triples with 6. He has 8 doubles and 3 home runs to his credit so far this year. He has walked 18 times and struck out but 11 in 96 at-bats. Looked good from here, and that's exactly what Paparilla thought also. You can see him jump up and display some emotion to the home plate umpire, Eric Harmon. 1-1 to count. Inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Eric Sweet was the starting pitcher in the ball game. He has since moved to right field when Boyer came in. Now it's 2-2. Time call. That old flag continues to whip hard out in center field. The center field cameraman out there has got to be getting just a little bit chilly. There's a called strike in the outside corner. 1 gone. Sweet caught looking in the top of the 7th inning. Second time he's gone down by way of strikeout tonight. And Tim Grandstaff will step in, number 8. Grandstaff single in the first, popped at the second baseman in the fourth, on by way of a fielder's choice in the 5th inning of play. He has not scored tonight. 5-5, you tie ball game. You're looking right over the shoulder now of Mike Henning. The big lefty lets it rip, and it's low and away. Speaking of big lefties, you'll all recall that Mr. King from last year set the final game record for Evansville Memorial with 12 strikeouts in that championship game. I think I saw him here this afternoon. Oh, he was just unbelievable. Right, outside corner again, 1-1. It looks like Henning might be pitching better now than he has the last couple of innings. Came in the 5th, gave up a run. 1 more in the 6th. That one's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield shaded just to the right, at least the center fielder is, in respect to the speed that Henning has. Ball 3. Grandstaff not likely to get around on one of Henning's pitches. Paparilla down behind the plate. You can see the signals. Ground ball to short. Kramer fires and got him. Mattingly is playing first base now, and Kramer really buzzed one over there. Look at this again. Good, strong arm being displayed here by Ron Kramer. Bounce comes right up, right where he wants it. Boom. On the money. Not even close. 2 gone. Now here is Jeff Ball, the third baseman. He scored once. He was on by fielder's choice in the first. Then Clinton in the next fielder's choice, going out from short to second. Singled in the fourth and scored. On by way of a sacrifice, or I should say sacrifice, in the fifth. Gave himself up to move the runners down. 1-1 count. Jeff Ball, a .222 hitter. A couple of doubles, 1 home run, 1 triple. We are tied at 5. Strike 2. Well, as I said, it looks to me like hitting is really now beginning to groove it a little bit. He had some problems last couple of innings. Strike 3, got him swinging. 3 up, 3 down. 2 strikeouts that inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Bottom half of the 7th inning. And it's a tie ball game at 5-5. Logansport and Evansville Wrights Memorial.
Know what? I can chew gum again. Big deal? It is to me. I had to give up gum because it stuck to my dental work. But with Freedent gum from Wrigley's, I can enjoy chewing gum again. Fact is, until I'd found Freedent, I'd forgotten how fresh and clean my mouth and breath could feel anytime. Freedent in peppermint and spearmint. You'll like it.
Feel free to chew Freedent.
It won't stick to most dental work.
Freedent gum.
Every day, friends and neighbors get in their cars without speaking to each other and drive to the very same place. Now, some like us because we're so convenient. Others like our prices or our selection. But with gasoline prices what they are today, may we suggest a better way? Before you come to us, go to a neighbor and ask,
Hi, is there anything I can bring you from Hook?
Let's check the line scores now for the Logansport Berries, who have gone to the defensive area. They have 5 runs on 7 hits and a couple of errors. Evansville Memorial Tigers, 5 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. So here we go. Bottom half of the 7th. The run wins it for Evansville. Stepping in is number 17, Ron Kramer, the shortstop. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Actually 1 for 2. He grounded out to the shortstop in the first. Reached first on an error on the pitcher in the third, and then hit a double to left field in the fourth. Strike 1. 1-1. It is all hanging out of the line right now. If the Tigers can push one across, they are the state champions again. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. If not, we'll go to extra inning. After the ball game, they will present the L.B. Phillips Award. Brian Lanham of Blackford won that last year. Ground ball. Down to first. It is fair and unassisted. Put out for Phil Vincent. I think that's the first of those he's had tonight. That L.B. Phillips Award, by the way, given to an outstanding senior participant in the state baseball tournament who must excel in mental attitude, scholarship, leadership, and athletic ability in baseball. I'm sure a lot of eligible young men out there tonight with all those qualifications. Jeff Schultz, drag bunt. Good goal for a hit. Good move off the mound, and he's safe. Fine drag bunt from Jeff Schultz. Pushed it right down the line as he was off and running. Look at it again. I don't think anybody could have thrown him out. Schultz makes the move toward first base and just lays the ball right out on the bat. That thing just died on him. Boyer got out there in a hurry, but had not enough arm to get him out. So it'll go down as a base hit. Now there's your winning run. As I reach back for my coat back here. Should have brought a hand warmer tonight. is on first, and the pressure is on now. There's one gone in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Strike right down the alley. Don Mattingly started the ball game as a pitcher, now playing first base, where he played this afternoon. Flew out to left field in the first, hit into a double play in the third, and again popped to left field in the 4th inning of play. Fly ball foul. Going back behind the dugout into the stands. Boyer and Bryan, that's the pitching-catching combination. The battery for tonight's ball game at this stage. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Just outside. Pretty gutsy pitch to take under those conditions, I'll tell you. Mattingly, the starting pitcher for Evansville Memorial tonight, went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, struck out 4 and walked a pair. There goes the runner. Ground ball, base hit. Out to right field. Here we go. They are going to hold him up at third base, and the winning run is now on third. Right through the hole. Beautifully placed because Benson was holding. You can see Benson holding on first base. The runner is going. There's the pitch. And Mattingly puts it right down where the first baseman might normally be. It's a single to right field. And Greg Merkel will come to the plate. And what an awfully important situation this is for the youngster at the plate. Well, for everybody. Why even single anybody out? Merkel will come up there with a lot of pressure on him. But the pressure is on everybody else. It's on Boyer. Got to throw it across the plate. It's on Bryan to catch it. No wild pitches. No pass balls. And a big conference out behind the mound. You see number 19. That's Barry Boyer. He is one of the keys right now. A lot of conversation, a lot of strategy going on. Jim Turner, the coach, is also out there. And with one man gone, you can almost rest assured that Mattingly is going to make the move to second base, knowing a couple of things. Number one, they're not likely to throw down there. And secondly, if he can make it to second, that takes him out of the double play setup. So don't be surprised if Mattingly might go, if not on the first pitch, maybe the second. Of course, Clinton Merkel has already made that decision. He is going to set up down at third base in the third base coaching box. Start flashing those signs. The winning run is on third base, 90 feet away. Now Merkel is going to call timeout. They throw to second base, looking for the force out down there. At the same time, Merkel only can call timeout anyway. Claiming that Schultz did not touch second. Umpires say no, and here we go. Merkel stepping in. Boyer set to deal. Fly ball popped up on the infield. And that's it. 2 gone. The pop to the first baseman, and Benson camps under it and drags it in. Now it's 2 men gone. Well, Mattingly will not be making the move down to second now, and Paparilla steps in. Dave singled in the second, hit by a pitch and scored in the fourth, struck out in the fifth swinging. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Strike 1. And the Logansport cheering section down behind first base explodes. It's quiet with anticipation down around the third base area. Timeout called. Benson comes in to have a couple of words with Boyer. Well, the hit by Mattingly was just super. Precisely where Benson would have been playing had he been playing back and not holding the runner on him. That's where what that conversation was about. Benson is not going to hold the runner on first base. Give him all the room he wants down there. There he goes. It's fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. Mattingly had lots of room. Got a big lead, so he went ahead down. They're not going to throw through, I don't think, under these conditions. No balls. 2 strikes, 2 gone. Bottom half of the 7th, tie ball game at 5. And the winning run is on third base right now in the form of Jeff Schultz. Barry Boyer, number 19. Set the pitch. Ground ball to third. Can he get him to go to first? He got extra innings. Oh, what a pressure-packed play that was by Jeff Paul. He gets the ball to Benson, and we've gone 7, and we're tied. In the inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners left. We played through 7, and it's still Logansport 5 and Evansville Memorial 5.
Savings balance. At American Fletcher, we want to be your bank.
Well, we're set to go into extra innings now. We're in the top half of the 8th inning of play. The Evansville Memorial Tigers, 5. The Berries of Logansport, 5. You couldn't have won a much better baseball game than we have seen so far tonight. Strategy, hitting, pitching. High school baseball needs a little more of, I guess, to sell some of the folks who don't pay much attention to it. Barry Boyer will come to the plate to lead off here in the 8th inning. He came into the 5th, struck out in his only time at the plate. Barry Bowyer. He has pitched exceptionally strong. One strike. We managed to dig out a sweater for Dave Matthews, our assistant in the booth tonight. Got the sport coat on now, so we're going to make it, I guess. Ground ball to second. Bitter, first base, 1 gone. Bill Benson will step in. Number 11, Benson. First baseman, struck out twice and walked once. He's 0 for 2. Drag bunt down the first base line. It's a good one. He may beat this one out. He does. It's a base hit. Beautifully done. That is exactly the way they put him in the textbook. Watch this, going right down the line. Doesn't waver a bit. Right down the line. And no way in the world for the pitcher, Mike Henning, to get there. And the first baseman, Don Mattingly, likewise was caught in Never Never Land. He couldn't go commit himself. He had to get back to the bag. Now the runner is on first. And number 10, Brian will step in. Zinsmaster, the designated hitter, had been hitting for Brian. Zinsmaster is out of the ball game, so now Brian will come to the plate. I told you, it takes a little figuring once in a while. Brian is a .466 hitter, but he's only been at bat 7 times this season. 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 RBIs, no doubles, no triples, no homers. Inside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brian, as the catcher, has done an excellent job this evening. Going to first. Back in plenty of time is Benson. One man gone. We're in the top half of the 8th inning. Extra innings for the State High School Baseball Championship. Logansport at bat. Evansville Memorial in the field. Strikeout swinging. Last man in the lineup, batting wise, Mark Snyder, the second baseman. Number 7. Strikeout in the second. One of the fielder's choice in the 4th. Grounded out short to first in the 6th inning. 2 men gone. High and away. Hugh Lehman is the principal at Logansport High. James Jones, the athletic director. Down at Memorial, brother James Bluma is the principal there. Joe O'Kane, the athletic director. Dan Lareris is Quentin Merkel's assistant coach. And the Tigers have had an outstanding year. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top half of the 8th inning and a 5-5 tie game for the state championship. Ground ball to second. Bitter goes to first base. Bottom half of the 8th coming up. So they get through that inning in pretty good fashion. 1 hit. That was the single by Benson, the beautiful drag bunt. No runs. No errors. They've now gone through 7 1/2 innings of play, and the score is 5-5. Look at this last play again. Here comes the pitch now from Henning. This is Snyder at the plate. The easy little ground ball down to second base. Bitter had a good night there. Had some tough chances too. Ball comes right up in his eyes, and he goes to first base with no problem whatsoever. So in the bottom half of the 8th inning, it'll be Dave Paparilla, Sean Musgrave, and Larry Jocham coming to the plate as Evansville Memorial tries to pick up the state championship. While we have an opportunity, we'll thank the folks who helped make our telecast possible this evening. The technical and production crews. Our executive producer is Don Tillman. Our producer out on the truck tonight is Michael O'Rourke. Directed tonight by Peter Mago. Studio coordinator John Petritis. Slow motion replay Dick Blair. Video as always by Jim Miller and Ken Houchin. Harold Reitner on audio. Our camera people tonight, Mark Emmons, Bob DeLong, Jeff Sheets, and Beth Ephraimson. Dave Matthews, now wearing a brand new, never-before worn sweater, is our floor director. Susan Reese, our production assistant. Looks a little baggy, but it's warm, huh? It is chilly up here, folks. And that flag, which Pete showed you a while ago out in center field, which is blowing pretty hard, it is still doing just exactly that. It's supposed to get down to around 50 degrees here in Indianapolis tonight. There it is. It's had little effect on the ball game as far as any kind of fly balls. But the umpires have long since gotten out of the short sleeves and put their jackets on. The crowd is pretty well bundled up tonight, but the enthusiasm has not been at all subsided by this weather. It's a very pleasant night, just a little cooler than we might expect. Bottom half of the 8th inning of play. A run wins it for Evansville. There's the strike on the outside corner. This is Sean Musgrave. I think I said Paparilla led up, but it's Musgrave leading off. Ground ball, or fly ball foul just past the bag at first base. Musgrave, Jocham, and Frank. Musgrave's had kind of a tough night. Sacrificed in the second, struck out in the 4th swinging. Grounded out pitcher to first in the 5th. So he has yet to be on first base tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Musgrave, a .262 hitter. 1 double, 4 triples, and 1 home run to his credit so far this year. Foul tip. Line couldn't hang on. The ball boy, the youngster who chases the foul balls and gets them back out of the stands, is wearing short shorts tonight. He's probably hoping there's a lot of activity down there. Right at the second baseman. Matters backs it in, and 1 gone. Barry Bowyer doing an outstanding job tonight in relief. came in the 4th inning with 2 men gone. Managed to retire Mattingly on a fly to left field. Since then, he's pitched very well. Yakum takes a look at the first one. It's low and away. Popped to first, walked and scored in the 4th, struck out looking in the 6th. Right down the pipe. 1-1. Bottom half of the 8th inning. 5-5 tie ball game. Quick pitch again. Logansport spread theirs out pretty well. Their biggest inning was the 4th, and they picked up 2. EVV Memorial came right back in the bottom half of that same inning and added 4 to their total and took a 5-3 lead. Singles by Logansport in the 5th and 6th tied it up. Line drive fouled on the first base line. Right field umpire goes over to retrieve it. No announced attendance tonight. Pretty hard for us to guess because from our vantage point we can't see precisely how many are down below us. But it's a good-sized crowd. Struck out. That is the 3rd strikeout for Boyer. And Rick Frank steps in. On base in the 2nd with a walk. Line back to the pitcher in the 4th inning of play and then popped to short in the 6th. Tell you, the way these 2 pitchers are cranking it on right now, we might be here till time to go to church tomorrow. Because neither one of those folks have shown any signs of giving up anything free since once they finally did get into the groove, as it were. Both struggled a little bit early. Henning had some problems, so did Boyer, but right now they're pitching awfully well. There's the curveball in the inside corner. One ball, 2 strikes. Everybody straight away defensively. It's high, and it's now 2-2. Logansport would go back to the top of their batting order if we go to 9. Of course, Evansville would like for that not to happen. Popped up. 3rd baseman Jeff Ball says, "I've got it." He does. We're going to the top of the 9th inning of play. Rick Frank. Fly ball, 3rd base, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. There's nobody left on. Look at it again. Easy play now for Jeff Ball. Pitches right down the pipe. Frank didn't get it all. And you'll see Ball with no real problem at all in on the edge of the grass. Waves off all of his compatriots and takes it in. So we'll go down to the 9th inning of play. And it'll be Eric Kenneman, Brad Platt, and Eric Sweet scheduled to come to the plate. Kenneman has had 2 doubles. He has not scored yet. Platt has scored a couple of runs, and Sweet singled, struck out twice, and walked. So the top of the order has, in some cases, performed well, in other cases, not so spectacular. Kenneman led off the ball game with that double to center field, and you thought, oh my goodness, the floodgate's going to open early. Well, they got 1 run in the inning and didn't score again until the 4th as Mattingly settled down. Let's see here. Mattingly went 4 innings, and if my mathematics are correct, this would be the final inning that Henning can pitch. Let me double check here. Henning went 5 innings this afternoon. You're allowed to go 10 in a week, so this will be his last inning to pitch. And I feel very certain they will probably bring, and take that back. They're already warming up down in the bullpen. Ken Killiver was warming up in the bullpen. He went 2 innings this afternoon and was very effective. Gave up no runs, 2 hits, struck out 2 and walked 1. But that's that. Mike Henning is the man right now who is the man of the hour. And number 4, Eric Kinnaman, steps in, then steps away. Doubled his last time up in the 6th, did not score, though. But did drive in that run. Miller was running for Zinsmaster. Ball 1 high as we begin the ninth. Ground ball. Could be trouble. Pitcher gets there in plenty of time and gets him out. For a moment, it looked like one of those things that were going to die on you. You never get to him. But Henning got there in a hurry. So went away, and Brad Platt steps in. Number 6, Platt. Along with the fielder's choice in the first and scored, walked, then thrown out Kaiser to short in the 3rd inning of play. Walked again in the 5th and scored and struck out swinging in the 6th. Right down the middle. Platt is 0 for 1 tonight, officially.
Let's get it right here.
Platt, a .275 hitter, 1 run, 1 home run, 1 double, 1 triple on the year.
The only way to get on now, Brad. Keep getting, Quinn.
You can hear some of the Logansport coaches and players down the right field line with our parabolic microphone set up. Foul ball back. Into the screen, rolling back down onto the playing surface. And almost back out to the umpire again. 1 ball and 2 strikes and a man out. We're in the top half of the 9th inning of play, a 5-5 ball game. Extra innings for the state high school baseball championship. Swinging. Stopped it. He'll throw to first base. Pitcher gets credit for a strikeout. Catcher a put out. And Eric Sweet steps in. Singled the first, went to second on the air for the right fielder. Struck out looking in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, struck out looking again in the 7th inning of play. Has not scored yet tonight. 2 gone. For you Evansville fans, tune in. Back to the top of the order with Bitter, Kramer, and Schultz. He's done a little damage tonight. 2 balls. Killebrew still throwing down to the Evansville bullpen, down the left field line. Outside ball 3. Sweet has walked 18 times this year, but he's only stolen twice, so he's not much of a threat once he gets on. It's inside, and he's got a base. And here comes Grandstaff to the plate to do his thing. Grandstaff tonight is 1 out of 3. A single in the 1st inning to right field. Popped out to second in the 4th inning of play, on by virtue of a fielder's choice in the 5th, and grounded to short in the 7th. When they went down 1-2-3. Tim Grandstaff.
Come on, Brad, let's go.
A .348 hitter. He is the top home run hitter on the ball club with 7 so far this year. Grandstaff this afternoon scored twice but had no hits. Scored when he walked in the 4th and when he reached first by way of a fielder's choice in the 6th. Fly ball will be foul. Count goes to 1-1. There you see Sweet heading back toward first base.
Step into it. Tim, hit it on the line now.
Now you get a good look at Mike Henning. We'll see how they realign at the end of this inning. strike through. Look out at first base. Throw was too late. Benning will probably come out of the ball game. Mattingly will probably stay in there. And Killebrew will be the man on the mound. Ken Killebrew continues to fire and heat up in the bullpen. Struggling out, swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on. That was Sweet when he walked. And we have now gone through 8.5 innings of play. We're going into the bottom half of the ninth. And Evansville Memorial will come to the plate again with a chance to put it all to rest. It's a 5-5 ball game. We're in extra innings. Both these ball clubs putting on great performances this afternoon. Evansville, Wrights Memorial, coming up with 3 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 4 more in the fourth. But they had only 3 hits in the entire afternoon. The problem? Columbus East High School, the pitching staff couldn't get the job done. Jackson went 1 1/3, gave up 1 hit and 3 runs. Ross, 4 1/3, 2 hits and 5 runs, and that took care of the runs for the afternoon. But the big key to the whole day was walks. And Columbus East allowed 13 walks this afternoon, and Evansville took advantage of them. In fact, the 3 runs they scored in the first inning, all 3 of those players scored after they had walked. Their run in the second, Bitter had walked and scored. In the fourth, 1, 2, 3 of those 4 runs they scored were on by players who had walked to get on. And that's the big key to that ball game. Second game of the afternoon, a little more exciting. It was a 1-0 ball game in favor of Logansport after 3 innings. Then it became 1-1, then it was 2-1. And then it became 6-1 as Logansport picked up 4 runs in the 6th inning. Then in the last chance at bat for LaPorte High, they appear to get something going as they sent Johnson, Porter, Ford, and Magley to the plate as pinch hitters. Did head coach Ken Schreiber, and they came through scoring a couple of runs. And as Jim Turner told you in the pregame commentary tonight, he began to worry just a little bit. Good ball game this afternoon. Final again was 6-3. Logansport winning it. They're here tonight playing for the state championship. And we're in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Extra innings. We're back to the top of the batting order in Larry Bitter. Bitter has scored twice tonight. He scored in the first after he had walked, in the fourth after he had reached first base on an error on the second baseman. 1-1 your count. He is also grounded out from pitcher to first and from first to pitcher. Low and away. Five and 5 your ball game. Evansville Memorial at the plate. The Tigers trying to extend their record to 30-0 in the year. Fly ball, right field. There is Sweet. He's got it. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Kramer thrown out at first. And here comes the man who's had a pretty good night at the plate. He has not scored, but he's hit the ball well each time up. Schultz doubled in the first. Flew out to right field in the third. Singled back to the pitcher in the fourth and again in the 7th inning. So he is 3 out of 4 tonight. Jeff Schultz, number 25, the center fielder for the Tigers of Evansville Memorial. Schultz, a .383 hitter on the year, leads the club in runs scored with 38. Also tops in the club in doubles with 9. Ground ball to short. And no play. Kinnaman got to it, and absolutely no play whatsoever. His feet went right out from under him. There you see him climbing off the ground. Harry Kinnaman made a good defensive play. That was right, scooped the ball up, and his feet went right smack out from under him. Look at it again here. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not sure he could have got him anyway, because it was hit deep in the hole. There's the good defensive play. Now watch the pegs give way. Boom, they're gone. No chance to make a throw whatsoever. It'll be a base hit. And the winning run is at first base in the form of Jeff Schultz. That's his 4th hit tonight. 3 of them have been of the infield variety. And in steps Don Mattingly. Mattingly with that crucial single to right field in the 7th inning. There goes the runner. There is the throw. He's in there safe. Now he's in scoring position. Kinnaman claiming that he overslid the bag, but not so. Look at it again. Here comes Schultz taking off. Here comes the throw. It's on its way from Bryant. He's safe, obviously. Now the question was, did he overslide the bag? And while you have been watching the replay, they have automatically issued the walk to Don Mattingly. You can do that. You do not have to throw the pitches. You can just wave him on down to first. And the reason being that 1 run is as good as 4 runs in this instance. And what they have done now is set up a force play at 3rd and at 2nd. A little more advantageous to the defensive side of the lineup. And here's Greg Merkel stepping in. Merkel up there in a pressure-packed situation in the bottom half of the 7th. Popped out to first. Little conference out of the mound as Merkel steps in. Blew out to left field in the 1st, walked and scored in the 4th, grounded out to short in the 5th, and then, as I mentioned, popped to first in the 7th inning for the 2nd out of that inning. Home plate umpire Eric Harmon goes out to break up the conversation. Bryant will come back behind the plate. Byer is still out on the mound. Byer, of course, can pitch longer than Ken Henning. Somebody yelling timeout. You can hear him. It was Turner, Jim Turner, the coach. Now he's going to call timeout. He wants to realign somebody. Now what he's doing is moving his second baseman back and pulling the center fielder in. The one thing the outfielders do not want to happen now is for a ball to get over their head. If it's going to fall in, they can semi-live with that, although that's not even good in this situation because the runner could score if it's an obvious single or a double. They're back a little deeper than they might normally be. You can hear him yelling back up, way back. He's talking to the first baseman now, Phil Benson. 2 gone. A ball and a strike. Merkel's at the plate. Tie ball game, 5-5. Strike outside corner. Good pitch. There you look in at Greg Merkel, looking for his first hit of the ball game. What a big one it would be. Quentin Merkel, his brother, is the coach of this club. Strike, he got him. Outstanding pitching effort on the part of Barry Boyer. Merkel goes down swinging. Look at it again, and you'll see this is a good breaking curveball. Inside on the corner, and Merkel couldn't handle it. Well, I'm out of scoring room on my sheet here, so bear with us. We're going into the 10th inning of play. 5-5, you're tied. It sets up this way, in case you have not been with us from the outset. Logansport scored in the 1st inning. Brad Platt crossed the plate with a lead run. Evansville came right back in the bottom half of the 1st. Larry Bitter led off with a walk, stole 2nd, came on in to score. Tie ball game at 1-1. No score in the 2nd. Nothing in the 3rd. In the 4th inning of play, Jeff Ball and Barry Platt each scored after they had singled on the infield. That made it a 3-1 ball game. Then Evansville Memorial came right back in the bottom half of the 4th inning of play and picked up 4 runs on 2 hits and 1 error, with Larry Bitter, Greg Merkel, Dave Paparella, and Larry Jocham scoring. And that made it a 5-3 baseball game. In the 5th inning of play, Brad Platt walked to lead off the inning and scored. And in the 6th inning of play, Steve Zinsmaster walked. Miller ran for him, and he scored to make it 5-5, and that's where it stands right now. And we're in the 10th inning in what is regularly scheduled a 7-inning baseball game for the State Baseball Championship of Indiana. Okay, it is the change that we told you about. With number 16, Ken Killebrew, now on the mound and pitching for Memorial. And we'll try to set and see what else is going on out there. Ken Killebrew now pitching. And the reason for that being, in case you're wondering, because Henning was sailing along. 10 innings within a week is all you're allowed in high school baseball. You can split them up any way you want to. And he went 5 this afternoon. Well, I'll guarantee you one thing, Killebrew can do 2 things very well. He can throw heat, and he also has an excellent pickoff move to first. This afternoon he went 2 innings. Gave up no runs on 2 hits, struck out 2 and walked only 1. And he also picked off Blair Keel in the 6th inning of this afternoon's ball game. Check his figures as we have an opportunity. Strike on the outside corner. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Killebrew on the year, 1-3 and lost none. An ERA of .25. Swinging strike 2. He pitched in 9 games, 28 innings, gave up 12 hits, 6 runs. Only 1 of those were earned. Walked 20 and struck out 31. Good control, excellent ERA, earned run average. Line away, 3-2. There he is right there. Another lefty from Evansville Memorial. 3 of them the Logansports had to take a look at tonight. Outside, ball 4. Moves down to first base, and Barry Platt. Nope. Don't make it Platt. Make it Boyer. There's the bunt. They're going to go to second base? No, they go to first base instead. Sacrifice works. And ball moves into scoring position. The runner down. Now Phil Benson, number 11, will come to the plate. The first baseman has struck out twice, walked once, and singled on that little bunt down the first baseline in the 8th inning. Phil Benson at the plate. 5. Benson, a .337 hitter. Leads the club in walks, but that won't do them a lot of good right now. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out. We're in the 10th inning, and it's a 5-5 baseball game. That's low. 2 balls. Inside, ball 3. Merkel is coming out of the dugout. Mike Wiesett, W-E-Z-E-T, is working now down in the Evansville bullpen. He is a senior, number 23. Getting heated up. Ready to come in. Nobody getting warm for Logansport. As I say, they've got more innings left out of Boyer. Brennan Merkel heading back to the dugout down the third base line. Touch and go situation. Jackson at the plate, looking for his second hit of the night. That's outside and ball 4. Conference at home plate. And we're talking again, I would imagine, about some designated runners or some pinch runners. Tim Turner looking over into the dugout. Killebrew continues to throw to try to stay warm with this chilly night. Mark Snyder, the second baseman, is due up next. Following whatever our decision is here, Damon Bryant, number 10, who hit for the first time with the 8th inning and struck out, will be up. Now, Quentin Merkle goes back to the mound. And apparently Bryant will hit, to be followed in by Mark Snyder, so that conference did not develop anything. You see the conversation on the mound. Don Mattingly is number 21. And Mattingly now is going to come into the ball game. Well, let's see here. All right, Mattingly will stay in the ball game, go from first base back to pitching. They will then send Killebrew to left field. And let's see. That's probably Merkle going back to first base down here. Yeah, that's Merkle, number 30. I play a little chess. Thank goodness I'm understanding some of these manipulations here tonight. All right, so put Mattingly back on the mound. Move Killebrew to left field, which is where he started the ball game, by the way. But Merkle, who went out there to replace him, back to first base. All we did was rotate some people. Now we're going to get a pinch hitter apparently for Logansport. That's what the big cheer was down the right field line. You're not going to believe this, but I got another player we got no number for. Number 24. Can you check it out for me, Mike? The official roster sheet does not show a couple of the players that we've had come into the ball game tonight, nor does the sheet that was sent to me by the school itself.
Hey, how many does he get?
Mattingly, who started the ball game tonight, went 4 innings, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits, striking out 4 and walking 2. Then went to first base. Now comes back in to pitch. That is he right there. And we'll get a pinch hitter now for the lower. That'll be Scott Croglin. All right, he's listed as 22 on our sheet here. Scott is a sophomore, listed as a catcher.
I'm not sure.
I hope when the ball game is over, you'll settle for the final score, because trying to decipher what I have down here is going to be absolutely impossible. 8 hits for Logansport and 7 now for Evansville Memorial. One of them in the 9th inning. Outside, ball 1. And 2. This is Croglin hitting for Bryan, who went in in after Miller and Wild had run for Zinsmaster. Two balls and a strike. Scott Troglin, T-R-O-G-L-E-N. Batting here in the 10th inning. 5-5 your score. Logansport and Evansville Memorial. Foul tip. It's 2-2. Troglin has no batting average. He is 0 for 7 on the year. Has not had a hit. So you can imagine what's going through his mind right now, trying to get that first base hit of the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. We're in the top half of the 10th inning in a 5-5 tie ball game for the state championship. Struck him out. Two gone. The box score on this game in tomorrow morning's paper is going to take up half a column. Now we're back to Mark Snyder, number 7, the starting second baseman. Struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out to short, grounded out to second. So he has not scored tonight. And he is 0 for 3. High and away. Looking ahead, Evansville will have Dave Paparilla, Sean Musgrave, and Larry Jocham. 1-1. 1 ball and a strike and 2 men gone here in the 10th. The stretch and the look. Mattingly fires. High again. Mattingly 10-0 in the year. Foul tip. 2-2. Snyder steps out, looks down to the third base coaching box. Couple of swings of the bat to try to get some of the butterflies out of the system. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Top of the 10th. 5-5 your tie. Now back into the stands. It's been a long ball game. We've gone over 3 hours already. Straight back under his chair. It's been a long day for these youngsters. The Evansville team played at 11 o'clock this morning. It's now 11 o'clock at night, some 12 hours later. And they had a long, drawn-out game this afternoon. It started shortly after 11, along about 11:10 actually, and didn't finish up till about 2:40 or so. I should say 1:40. Fly ball, that may drop in there. It will. Here comes the lead run across the plate. And a base hit and an RBI. Jeff Paul comes in to score on the base hit by Mark Snyder. Look at it again. Snyder got everything on it, hit it right in the gap in left field between Ken Killebrew and Jeff Schultz. They had no chance to get it. There it is. There's nobody out there. Schultz thought for a moment about throwing it home. Did not. Wisely so. He had no chance. And now it is a 6-5 ball game, and Logansport is out in front. And Harry Kinnaman will come to the plate. We are in the 10th inning, and the Logansport crowd down the right field line going bonkers. Swing and a miss, strike one. 2 men gone. Coughlin had gone out on strikes. And Snyder stepped in and pounded the single to center field. Slight delay while Eric Harmon talks to the coach. Now we'll get a substitution, a pinch runner. It looks to be number 15, George Prentice. Prentice going into pinch run. And Harry Kinnaman conversing also with the boss man. The boss man, assistant coach Larry Jones. And it will not be Prentice. Now we're going to make the move to number 9. That is Mark Holt. Prentice had gone out there, but now he comes back into the dugout, and Holt, number 9, will come in to pinch run. I don't think there are very many people on this roster, particularly Logansport's roster, that have not been in the ball game tonight. There he is, number 9, Mark Holt, second baseman by trade, a junior by classification. Now with 2 men gone, it's a 6-5 ball game. Logansport, 2-time state champion. Mattingly trying to pick up the 3rd out of the inning and get his club at bat. Foul ball. You look down at second base. That is Benson. Snyder on first. Mattingly stretches, fires. Ground ball. Second base. Fielder's choice. Got him. So, out number 3 as Kinnaman grounds to second. And you got to see this one more time. The easy opportunity for Larry Bitter as he underhands to Kramer. And that ends the 10th inning of play. And you folks in Evansville with us tonight on our network, hold your breath and grab onto something real firm, because here comes your final opportunity. The Evansville Memorial Tigers. What a tremendous record they have. 29-0 this year. 59 consecutive ball games. They are only 6 shy of the national record of 65 set by a baseball team in Waxahachie, Texas in 1924 through 1927. And right now, it's quite, but it's nonetheless true. Their backs are literally to the wall. They will have 3 outs to at least score 1 run and keep that hope alive. And they will have, coming to the plate, number 29, Dave Paparilla, number 14, Sean Musgrave, and number 18, Larry Jacob. Paparilla singled in the second to shortstop. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th, struck out in the 5th, and also was out in the 7th inning of play. So he is 1 for 3 tonight, scoring a run. Right now, he is the man of the hour. He also has been behind the plate. He has caught Mattingly, Henning, Killebrew, and now Mattingly again. So he's had a long, hard afternoon and night. Now the conference at the mound as the Logansport Berries are 3 outs away from their 3rd state championship. Coming into the ball game, 28-4. Losses to Richmond, 1-0. Muncie Central, 6-3. Wabash, 7-5. They avenged that loss to Wabash with a 7-0 win in the Logansport Regional. And they lost to Plymouth 6-1. Ranked number 6 in the state. Jim Turner's Logansport's Berries on defense, and Clinton Merkel's Evansville Memorial Tigers trying to keep it alive. Strike 1. And it's still Boyer throwing. 1-1. Outside, but on the outside corner. Boyer has mixed his pitches up beautifully. He's had them inside and outside. He's had excellent control throughout most of this ball game when he came in. Came in for Sweet. Strikeout. The two gone in the fourth. And you can hear the noise coming out of the Logansport Berries cheering section down to our right. Sean Musgrave, the third baseman, stepping in, looking for his first hit of the night. Sacrificed in the second, struck out in the fourth, grounded out from pitcher to first baseman in the fifth, popped to second base in the eighth, ground ball second base, 2 gone. Pitch hitter now, number 20, Jim Bosch, B-O-S-C-H-E, a senior, steps in, trying to keep things alive for the Evansville Memorial Tigers. Their win streak is on the line. It's low and away. Bosch hitting only 136, no doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. 2 gone. It is a ground ball to the pitcher. If they've got him, they're the champions, and they are. Pandemonium breaks loose. You can see the entire cheering section of Logansport come right over the first base dugout, out onto the field to swarm their hero. Logansport Berries are the state champions for the 3rd time. Now, they are not the first to reach that 3-point level. LaPorte won it 3 times. Lafayette Jeff twice. Now Logansport a 3-time winner. There's pandemonium, and we'll be back with some more of this activity at Busch Stadium in just a moment.
For all the things you sweeten this summer, try Hook Saccharin. The price will never be lower. Just 59 cents for 1,000 tablets, quarter grain. Half grain, just 89 cents. Hook Saccharin. It's a great way to sweeten your summer.
When you need someone to turn to, that Hook's be the one.
They call them pippers. They're the professionals at Pip Printing Center.
We talk a great deal about the many types of printing and photocopying we do. Now let's talk about who uses Pip. Anyone who wants quality printing for less plus fast, efficient, professional service. Like accountants, bankers, social groups, insurance companies, retailers, manufacturers, even lawyers and architects. Why? Because we're the best in the business. Use us today.
We're Pip, your professional while you wait printers. We're everywhere, and there's one of us near you.
A poem about Speedway Volks. An import from Speedway they may point at and pass, but an import from Speedway will save you on gas, and they won't pass the Dasher, the Rabbit, the Scirocco, the Super.
Well, we can congratulate as you watch the final out again. Here it comes, right here. Here is the ground ball down the first baseline. The pitcher, Barry Boyer, who had such a tremendous night tonight, picks it up. Gets it to Benson, and there's your state championship. Well, it's a mixed emotion type situation because you like to see anybody win, and Logansport fought hard to get here. At the same time, I know the emotion that is attached to a winning streak, such as that Evansville Memorial had put together. They were 29-0. They had won 59 straight. And that bubble has burst, and I know they're going to feel bad, and there's no way in the world that anybody can say anything to take away that hurt. So it's ridiculous to even try, except to say that that ball club that Evansville put together, not just this year, but last year and the year before, is to be commended for a tremendous effort, and I think, to be quite blunt about it, giving Indiana high school baseball a little extra glow, getting some attention, some national attention for that matter, to the sport in this state, which is really beginning to grow by leaps and bounds. So, if it means anything, the folks tuned in down Evansville, you have a great group of youngsters and coaches of which to be proud. Logansport, it'll be a big time in the old town tomorrow night, and probably tonight for that matter, I suppose. This is our final IHSAA high school telecast until next fall, when, of course, we'll begin some basketball and volleyball and track and what have you. And personally, I want to thank, on behalf of all the folks at WTTV Channel 4, the folks at the Indiana High School Athletic Association, headed up by Commissioner Ward Brown, for their extensive cooperation throughout the season. Without their help, we could not have done it. Likewise, our thanks to all of our sponsors who have been with us throughout the season. I hope they'll be back with us again next year. They are prestige sponsors, the kind we like to be associated with. Your final score again is 6-5 in 10 innings. The winning run scoring in the top of the 10th. In that inning, Jeff Ball led off with a walk. He was sacrificed by Boyer. Benson walked. Then Frogman struck out, and Mark Snyder delivered the big blow with a single to center field, scoring Jeff Ball with what proved to be the winning run. Our score sheet is a bunch of chicken tracks here, but the best we can figure, 6 runs on 9 hits for Logansport, 5 runs on 8 hits for Evansville Memorial. It was a tremendous baseball game, to say the least. And again, your state champions are to be congratulated. And now see the Evansville Memorial Baseball Club. They've been down in the dugout. They will now come out around home plate. They'll receive a second-place trophy. And, of course, the Logansport Berries standing by to pick up their honors for the day. Final again, 6-5, Logansport Berries, the state champions. Any reproduction of this telecast is strictly forbidden without the express written permission of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, who also has approval of the announcers used in our telecast. This is Jerry Baker saying so long for now.
Tonight's coverage of the IHSAA Baseball State Championship game has been brought to you in part by your friendly neighborhood pharmacist in Green at Hook's Dependable Drug Stores, by American Fletcher National Bank. American Fletcher says, we want to be your bank. By the 350 agents of Indiana Farmers Mutual and Town & Country Mutual Insurance Companies. And by your Central Indiana Coca-Cola bottlers. Jerry Baker appears to the courtesy of WIBC. This has been a Channel 4 sports presentation.
Totally legal and a whole lot more sturdy. A lot less expensive to, as far as replacement's concerned, because they just don't break. Well, I suppose they could, but they don't do it as much as those wooden ones did. That's outside. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this has been a pressure-packed ball game. Every inning has been a totally new chapter in this long playing volume of works here tonight. 5-3 game, Evansville. There's ball 2 outside, way outside. Mike Henning, number 15, doing the pitching. Has walked the first 2 batters he has faced. Ground ball to second. This is Bitter. Tags the runner, goes to first base, and he's safe. It'll be a fielder's choice. Here it is again. The ground ball right at Bitter. Makes the pickup. And the runner, Eric Sweet, runs right into the trap. Bitter just simply can't get it to first base in time, and the runner is safe. So it's Grandstaff on first. Flat in the process, shuffles on over to third base, and with 1 out, runners in the corners. And Jeff Ball stands in. Ball is 1 for 1. Fielder's choice in the first. Single to second base and scored in the 4th inning. Fly ball, center field. Schultz fading back. Will they try to score the run? They will. Here he comes. Here comes the throw to home plate. He'll score standing up. So it's a sacrifice fly. Second out of the inning, but the run comes in the presence of Brad Platt, and it's now a 5-4 ball game. Tip. Jerry Boyer, number 19, is in the lineup now. He is doing the pitching. And he came in place of Barry Platt, the right fielder, and will bat in his position because, as we mentioned, Sweet went to right field. You need some kind of a law degree or some kind of a degree to keep all these players in position when you can put substitutions in the ball game, such as you can in high school baseball. No balls and 2 strikes on Barry Boyer, his first trip to the plate here tonight. 1 run is in, 2 men are out. Boyer is out swinging. But Logansport does pick up a run. 1 run in the inning on no hits. A couple of runners left. We have now gone through 4 1/2 innings of play. It's Evansville Wrights Memorial 5 and Logansport's Berries 4 for the state championship.
T-shirt Day, Sunday, June 24th.
Give yourself a chance encounter. You deserve a little luck. River Downs, the Win Show place. The Win place to show.
Healthy competition. But some people were doubtful, and I was desperate. Until I got a secret weapon. That's no ball player, that's a damn girl. My new movie is called Fast Break from Columbia Pictures. It's rated PG and it's really funny. There's a heavy yacht factor in this movie. Have a ball.
Starts March 2nd at the Regency Glendale on Lafayette Square.
Back to live action at Busch Stadium, Indianapolis. Jerry Baker with the play-by-play of the state high school baseball finale. It is a 5-4 ball game. Evansville Memorial has the lead. Little gathering around the mound, and Barry Boyer is set to start wheeling and dealing for Logansport. And he will face number 30, Greg Merkel, number 29, Dave Paparilla, and number 14, Sean Musgrave. Again, in case you're wondering if you see players taken out of the ball game, such as Merkel, and see them back in the lineup, very simply this. If you're a starter, you can leave the ball game and come back in 1 time. Pitch to him as a strike. Boyer dealing again. Swinging strike. Mattingly, who started the ball game for Evansville Memorial, when 4 full innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. Inning came in and gave up a run on no hits. Boyer set to deal again. Outside and low. That is inside. Ball 3. Full count. Ground ball to short. Kinnaman got him in the dirt, but got him. 6-3 and 1 gone. Here's Paparilla stepping in. Single in the second. Hit by a pitch in the fourth and finally scored. Official figures now on Mattingly. Pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, struck out 4 and walked 2. There's a strike, and it's a 1-1 count now. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's a 5-4 ball game. Evansville Memorial on top, looking for their 2nd consecutive state championship. Strike, yes, he did go around. Last year, they defeated Blackford 7-1 in the championship game. Finished up the season 30-0 and thus became the first undefeated team since the playoffs began back in 1967. Logansport won it in 75 and 77. LaPorte won it in 76. Then, of course, Evansville Wrights Memorial last year. Memorial trying to pick up some runs, but not that away. Paparilla goes down swinging. Out number 2 gone. 5th inning. And you're looking out of the mound now at number 19, Barry Boyer. I think we touched on his statistics. 9 games, 41 innings pitched, 3.73 ERA. Yes, we did. His record is 4-3. And Sean Musgrave steps in. He is 0 for 1, a sacrifice in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 4th. So both coaches now have gone to their bench as far as pitching is concerned. Line drive, foul down the right field line. We had some foul balls go into the stand this afternoon, into the stands, I should say, on either side of the field like rockets. And fortunately, no one got hurt. Boy, you got to stay awake when you come to the ball game. Enjoy yourself and relax, but you better be alert. Musgrave, 3rd baseman. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 7 innings now, as you well know, high school baseball. So time is of the essence for both clubs. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Boyer will go to first, and that's it. It is 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 5 innings of play, Evansville Memorial 5, Logansport 4.
No matter how sturdily you put together your house, your home needs protection against fire, wind, tornado, and extended coverage, plus liability. We would like to help make you feel happy and secure at home with a quality homeowner's insurance policy from Indiana Farmers and Town and Country Mutual Insurance Companies. Our policy is so easy to read that a child can read it easily. Yet it offers you the utmost in-home protection backed by service that includes our own specially trained adjusters. Look us up in the yellow pages. Indiana Farmers and Town and Country Mutual Insurance Companies. To protect your home sweet home, independent insurance agents, over 350 of them in nearly every county in Indiana, are ready to serve your needs as homeowners. Choose any one of 6 different packages available. Let Indiana Farmers and Town and Country Mutual Insurance Companies protect your home.
We mentioned Merkel being in the hitting lineup. He is now playing left field. Jeff Schultz in center and Rick Frank in right. Mattingly is at first base. And, of course, Mike Henning is now doing the mound work. It is still Dave Paparilla behind the plate. Kramer is short, Bitter at second, and Musgrave at third. That's the defensive alignment now for the Evansville Memorial Tigers. And the Logansport Berries will step to the plate in the form of number 11, Bill Benson. Benson struck out in the second, walked in the fourth. He'll be followed by Steve Zinsmaster, the designated hitter, and then Mark Snyder, bottom third of the Logansport Berries batting order. Getting dealing, strike on the inside corner. We're in the top of the sixth, and it's a 5-4 baseball game. Ground ball, foul behind the plate.
Put it on front, Bill. Put it on front.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Get the ball.
And look it. Benson's gone. Been a strikeout victim twice tonight. And Steve Zinsmaster, the DH, steps in. He got on an error on the third baseman of the second inning and then got picked off first. One of those embarrassing little moments in life. It threw the ball over there. He was back in safely. And lo and behold, Merkel just held on to the ball. Zinsmaster, assuming he had thrown it back, moved off the base to stand up and dust himself off. Merkel put the tag on him and he was gone. No balls and 1 strike. He singled back to the pitcher in the 4th inning. One of those little pounded in the ground type singles just over the outstretched arms of Mattingly. Swinging strike, no balls, 2 strikes. When you take Mattingly out and put Henning in, you sure don't lose anything. They're both 10-0. Their ERAs, or Henning is 126 and Mattingly is 149. All you do is change the numbers. Close but no cigar. 2 strikes and 1 ball. 1 out in the 6th. Outside again to Zinsmaster. Steve Zinsmaster, a junior. It's a 2-2 count. Fly ball, right field is floating foul. When they get in that area, they're going to go foul about 75% of the time unless they're really out there well in fair territory. The wind is blowing that direction. But it's like a golf shot that starts slicing on you and just continues to do so. We have not had that many putouts for the outfielders tonight. I had to go through and look them up, but I know supposed to have a dozen in the ball game. Zinsmaster steps back in with a count 2-2. 1 gone, 6th inning, 5-4 ball game. Evansville Memorial has the 1-run lead. And it's inside and close. And it's a 3-2 count. Full count on Steve Zinsmaster. Outside, ball 4. So after Henning jumped out in front early in the count, he let him get away. And Mark Snyder was due at the plate. And a conference and maybe a pinch runner here. Now, if Zinsmaster goes out again, if I think I'm correct, that's it for him. And you're looking at number 12 on your screen, Bert Miller. So Miller will come in to run. Wild went for Zinsmaster in the 4th. And that's the way it is. It is number 12, Miller. Bert Miller, a junior, running. Getting in some warm-up pitches, trying to keep warm. It is more than just a little chilly for a June night in Indianapolis. And we are getting reports that there's a little bit of rain down on the field right now. We're covered up, of course, in the press box and cannot feel that. Not enough to cause any great movement down there. We mentioned we were told we were going to get some of that, but nothing severe as of yet. The crowd isn't even moving away from it. Mark Snyder stepping in, struck out looking in the second, wanted a fielder's choice in the fourth. And one man gone. Pitch is a strike. You can see superimposed on the upper right-hand corner of your screen, Miller, the base runner, being held on there by Mattingly. Don Mattingly, the starting pitcher in the ball game, now playing first. Snyder is number 9 in the batting order, so you don't expect much power from him. 0 for 1 tonight. There's the ground ball. It is going to be tough to handle. They let it roll. Foul. Wise decision on the part of Mike Henning and also Sean Musgrave. Because Snyder was on, there was no way they were going to get him, either one of those fellas. So the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes, 1 man out. We're in the 6th, and time is running shy on Logansport as they trail the number 1 rated and undefeated Evansville Memorial Tigers by a score of 5-4. Evansville with a strong 4th inning in which they picked up 4 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. The hits coming from the bats of Ron Kramer and Jeff Schultz. Merkel, Paparilla, Yakum, and Bitter scored in the inning. Ground ball over the pitcher's head out to shortstop. There's the throw to first, and they got him, and the runner advances to second. So Kramer throws him out, make it 6-3 if you're scoring with us tonight. And there are 2 gone. And now we go back to the top of the batting order, and it's Jerry Kinnaman. He is 2 out of 3, or make it 1 out of 3. A double to lead off the ball game in the first inning. And then was thrown out at third base on a fielder's choice when Pratt hit it right back to the pitcher. Two gone, 6th inning. Eric Kinnaman, K-I-N-N-A-M-A-N, stepping in to face the wheeling and dealing of Mike Henning. Fly ball, left field, it's in there. And a score-to-time run, it goes all the way to the wall. Merkel is out there trying to track it down and pulling in at second base, and standing up with a double is Eric Kinnaman, his 2nd double of the ball game. Miller comes in with a tying run. He was running for Zinsmaster. Here it is again. He got it right down the power alley. And Kinnaman did a number on it. No way in the world Merkel could get to it. He's just trying to put a stop on it. It gets past him, hits the warning track, goes up against the ivy in the left field area out there. Now comes to a dead halt, picked up, and Merkel throws it back in. And then with a stand-up double is Kinnaman. It's a tie ball game now. 5-5. Platt steps in. Platt. He is 0 for 0 tonight. On and scoring in the first by virtue of a fielder's choice. Walked in the 3rd and walked and scored again in the 5th inning of play. Brad Platt. His brother Barry, twin brother in the lineup tonight also. Swinging and missing. Henning put a little heat on that one. Henning has given up 12 earned runs and 66 in the 3rd innings of play. Struck out 81. That's tops on the club. That's a strike call. Henning this afternoon struck out 5, walked but 1, gave up no runs, 3 hits in 5 innings. Killebrew also pitched very well for Memorial. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, tie ball game. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Throw it away. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, the folks down in Evansville have really got some things to be proud of. Their football team this year was sensational. Baseball team won the state last year, battling for it again this year. Always good basketball representatives.